You say ignite. Say ignite. Yeah. My question is, what ignited the occurrence of the independence revolution or independence war? What is it? What do you know about that? What ignited the revolution war? What is it? Because I'm telling you, I must have told you the reason why the colonists began to be outraged against the government, the British government, right? All because of the taxes, the tea taxes, like Boston Tea Party. There was a pretty much revolutionary group of people in eastern coast region of United. That was not United America. That was actually one of the 13 colonies. Okay, Massachusetts. Okay, because Boston is in the current time in Massachusetts, United States. Okay, so it's all because of the taxes, right? The America taxes are kind of things that they want to avoid paying. Like 50% of their income is they're subducted. They're like, so 50% of what they make every year, every month goes away. Is that okay? Okay, nobody wants their income, to be subducted, or subducted means you can say remove or subtract. Nobody wants deducted, subducted, or subtracted, or removed. What's the income tax rate in South Korea? You don't know? It's less than 9%. Let's put it this way: your mom makes every year like $40,000, which is great. And in Korea, she only gets her income deducted as much as what? That's like 400 million. No, 4 million won. 400만 won. But in America, I think there's more than 30% worth, almost 30 or 40%. But if you make more than 1억, I'm telling you, 40, 50, sometimes 60%. I think the United States government is a thief. They're just a burglar on the streets you can meet. You want to avoid confronting such bad guys, like villains. American governments are villain in that sense, okay? Anyway, so taxes are the key matters, key controversies going on in the past, in the present time, in the future, I guess, amongst American citizens. Thomas Jefferson, one of America's most important founding, establishing fathers, Thomas Jefferson was the primary author of the draft of the Declaration of Independence. I've told you, right? This is, I think, stored underground in a National Museum, I guess, in New York. Freckled, And sandy hair. The description of his appearance isn't that attractive. Okay, not desirable. You have when you have a sandy hair and you have freckles all over your face. No, not desirable, not attractive, not appealing. Jefferson was eloquent, meaning what does that mean? Eloquent. When someone is extremely good at convincing people or persuading people by what or she says, that's eloquent. Okay. Let's put it this way. Do you think you are eloquent or I am eloquent? Did you say no? Eloquent. Yeah, I am slightly better than you. Okay, you're just like you got nothing on your face, like so dry. You're like sometimes. What do you like? What is your favorite kind of food? I like all kinds of meat. That's it. Eloquent means someone who is good at speeches, good at languages, good at convincing people by displaying some the logical ideas, okay, or coherent ideas. So correspondent, okay. Correspondence means, what is a correspondent? Correspondent means to communicate by using some kind of documents or such letters or memos. Or sometimes correspondence means the journalist or reporter, okay, someone whose job is in printing businesses, okay. But he was not an orator. What does that mean, orator? What? What is that? What is orator? Someone who is similar to the speaker, 연사, like addresser, 웅변가, orator. He contributed his pen as rather than his voice to the patriotic movement. So he was more likely to be a convincing speaker than writer. While the delegate 대표 to the Continental Congress, Jefferson drafts the Declaration of Independence in addition to being the third president of the United States and the famed promoter of the idea of the limited government interference. Okay, government has to be restricted in terms of making a society a better place to live in. Okay, so 최소한의 정부 개입. And he made contributions as a legislator, 입법자, lawyer, 변호사, and diplomat, like a 외교관, an architect, and inventor. Jefferson was born in Shadwell in what is now Albemarle County in Virginia, far east of the United States, in 1743. From his father, a wealthy planter, like plantain. I think it's a plantation owner. Okay, Jefferson inherited a farmland. Planter Jefferson inherited, meaning that was from his father, right? Inherited, like 유산을 받았어, farmland, and he received his high social status from his mother, who was a member of the aristocratic Randolph family. Okay, what is that aristocratic? It's pretty much similar to the Korean word like 정치가, like 정치 집안. Okay, or like 귀족, something like that. Like we have this term in, like when someone like what is it? The 성골, 진골 집안. Okay, 흑수저, no, 금수저, diamond 수저. That's it. That is pretty much the synonym, I guess. So aristocratic means 귀족 정치의 귀족의 Randolph family. He studied at the College of William and Mary and graduated in 1762 with the highest honors. Wow. Like 우등생으로, and then he became a lawyer in Virginia. In 1789, and Jefferson became the Secretary of State, like 국무부 장관, under the first U.S. President George Washington. Soon, however, political conflicts developed between Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton, and the Secretary of Treasury. Secretary of Treasury is 재무부 장관. And Jefferson was a proponent. What is proponent? 지지자. Like opponent, 반대자, 지지자 of the weak central government. Right? So he kept saying what? The government's interference has to be limited. Okay? All right? On the other hand, the society or the public needs more power. And central government's an economy based on agriculture and his visions eventually result in 결과를 낳다, the creation of the Democratic Republican Party. Oh no. Like 민주당 지금의. But Hamilton advocate means 같은 거야. 옹호하다, 지지하다. Strong federal government and economy similar to England's industrial one. 그럼 당연히 뭐야? 이것은 지금의 공화당, federal, Feds. And Hamilton's visions result in the Federalist Party, 공화당. And during the conflicts, President Washington tended to support Hamilton. Ooh. So 공화당주의자였구나. During the conflicts, the President Washington tended to support Hamilton. So Jefferson resigned. 안 할래. 난 민주당이다. As Secretary of State and returned to Monticello and the Virginia home that he himself had designed. So in the history of the American politics, and there was there was a political democratic government and federal. What is federal government? Okay, no, democratic and what is it? Republican. Okay, democratic and republican. During the conflicts, the President Washington, so Jefferson was not out of politics for long, so he had to come back to the field of the politics. He ran for the presidency in 1796, but he lost the election to John Adams by only 3 electoral votes and became the president. American the American way of appointing the president is so crazy. It's horrible. Okay, even like you got more vote from the people of the United States, you may lose. It's stupid. In 1800, and Jefferson ran for the presidency again. And as a result, Jefferson eliminated unpopular taxes and cut military expenses. And then 1803. So, Jefferson, he did something great, something favorable, right? Right? To American citizens. I told you, taxes are the center of the controversies, all kinds of problems, all kinds of, debates going on in America in the past, in the present time, in the future. It's about taxes. In 1803, he purchased a Louisiana territory from the French. After retiring from politics, he founded the University of Virginia. There's a very nice and decent school in America, the Virginia Virginia Institute of Technology. It's like a Caltech, MIT, and Virginia Conde. Very famous. And along with the Declaration of Independence, this was what he wished to murder for. Okay. So, okay.